Your self-identity is like the operating system of your life. If it's outdated, full of old labels like I'm not disciplined or I'm just average, it doesn't matter how many goals you set for 2025, you will keep running into the same roadblocks. That's because your identity drives everything, your habits, your actions, and ultimately your results. But the good news is, your self-identity isn't fixed. You can rebrand it, just like a company rebrands itself for a stronger future. And when you do, everything in your life starts to align with the person you are becoming. So let's talk about how to make that shift right now. Alright, let's get real for a second. When was the last time you thought about your identity? Not your job title, not your relationship status, but who you are at your core. It's not something we think about every day, is it? We're so busy chasing goals, get healthier, make more money, be happier, that we forget the real driver behind all of it is our identity. And here's the truth no one talks about. If your identity doesn't match your goals, you'll sabotage yourself every time. You can't achieve a fit and disciplined life when you're still seeing yourself as the lazy, inconsistent version of you. It's like trying to run the latest software on an outdated operating system. It just doesn't work. So, what's the solution? Simple. You don't just need new goals for 2025. You need to rebrand your identity entirely. And let's dive right into how. Think about it this way. Your identity is your personal brand. It's how you see yourself and in turn how the world responds to you. Just like a company's brand defines what people expect from it, your identity defines what you expect from yourself. So if you define yourself as someone who is always late, you will keep running behind schedule. If you see yourself as bad with money, you will keep making poor financial choices. But the problem is that these labels aren't facts. They are stories you've been telling yourself. Stories that might not even be true anymore. So rebranding your identity is about rewriting those stories so they align with the future you want to create. Here's the first step. Get crystal clear on the person you want to be in 2025. Not what you want to do, that comes later, but who you want to become. Take a moment and imagine this. It's December 31st, 2025. You're looking in the mirror and you're proud of yourself. Why? What's different about you? Are you confident and disciplined? Are you a leader who inspires others? Are you someone who takes care of your health and relationships? Write it down. Be specific. Your identity isn't just some vague idea. It's the blueprint of your future self. Now let's talk about the baggage. You've been carrying around old labels. Things like I am shy, I procrastinate, I'm not creative. These labels are like sticky notes slapped on your forehead and they holding you back. Take out a piece of paper and write down every negative or limiting label you've attached to yourself. Then ask yourself, is this really true? Often, these labels are based on outdated experiences or someone else's opinion of you. It's time to let them go. And here's where the real thing happens. You don't change your identity by wishing for it. You change it by acting like the person you want to become. So start small. Choose one habit that matches your identity and commit to it. You want to be a fit person? Start with a 5-minute workout. You want to be financially savvy? Save $10 this week. You want to be confident? Practice speaking up in one meeting. These small wins are like rebranding campaigns. Each time you follow through, you're proving to yourself, this is who I am now. Here's a little secret. Your environment is one of the biggest influence on your identity. So if you are trying to rebrand as a healthy person, but your fridge is full of junk food, you are setting yourself up for failure. So change your physical environment. Make it easy to act like your new self. Find role models in pairs. Surround yourself with people who already embody the identity you are aiming for. Because the more your environment aligns with your new identity, the easier it is to stick with it. Rebranding your identity isn't an overnight project, it's a process. There will be days when you slip up and act like the old you. That's normal. The key is to keep going. Think about it like this. When a company rebrands, they don't just slap on a new logo and call it a day. They update their messaging, change their products, and gradually shift how people perceive them. The same goes for you. Every time you act in alignment with your new identity, you are reinforcing it. Over time, the new you will feel natural, like it was always who you were meant to be. Here is the big takeaway. You don't have to wait until January 1st to start this process. You can begin rebranding your identity today. In fact, the sooner you start, the more momentum you'll have heading into 2025. So ask yourself, who do I want to be? Then start living like that person. One small habit, one decision, one action at a time. Remember, your identity isn't fixed. It's flexible, and rebranding it is the fastest way to transform your life. So, what's your new identity is going to be? Decide now and let 2025 be the year you become unstoppable. Thank you so much for watching this video today. If you really enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe for more content like this one. And like always, in you, I see love, the abiding thread, and beauty, the unique clear spark. Until next time, take care of yourself. Bye bye. À la prochaine.